versus the Portland State Vikings.
Well, Big Sky opponents, nothing new for Wyoming. They've played Big Sky competition each of the last 2 seasons. And off we go from 7,220 feet. A touchback opens things up and rushing with 68 yards on the ground and ran in a score. Play action. Peasley will tuck it and run on the first play from scrimmage here, and he darts out of bounds right ahead of the line to gain.
Yeah, great.
All 4 years at Utah State, now in his 2nd season at Wyoming. And there's a first down run for DQ James. 9 carries, 35 yards last week, and they gave up 729 yards to the Ducks, and they only forced 1 punt. Peasley, well protected, slings it, and the catch made. Not across the midfield stripe. It's a 15-yard pickup for Wyoming. Early 2023 campaign. So the Cowboys have easily moved across the midfield stripe on the game's first possession, and now a crease and another first down carry.
Unbelievable surge here by the offensive line right here. I mean, I think I could have ran.
First and 10 from the 37. Beasley drifting out of the pocket. Nice fake. He'll tuck it, twirling down to the 30. And Andrew Peasley thought, well, maybe he won't run as much this week, but he's already tucked it. Portland State defense struggled against the run last week, allowed close to 10 yards per carry, and there's a first down run as the ball came loose after Scott had hit the turf. Although the officials have yet to blow Mountain West players in this starting offense. Dangerous pass over the middle. It's intercepted. Wyatt Eckler picks it off for the Wyoming defense. And the 2 teams trade turnovers on their first possessions here this afternoon.
Yeah, Sastre, it was an RPO.
Has the 2nd Wyoming interception of the young season. There's Peasley with a new set of downs and a man wide open over the middle. It'll be a red zone trip for Wyoming on their 2nd possession. And the 2nd opening quarter catch for Ryan Marcus.
Great protection up front by the O-line.
Tim Polasek in his 3rd season calling plays for the Cowboys. Another run for DQ James past the 5, and it's 1st and goal. Power formation for the Pokes. Jamari Farrell barreling towards the 1, and he's down shy of the goal line.
Man,
knows football. Touchdown, Wyoming. Jamari Farrell runs in his first score as a Cowboy.
This is just old-fashioned football right here. 23 personnel. Caleb Drill.
And he gets the call from 1 yard out. Points off turnovers early for Wyoming.
Yeah, again, like you said it best. That turnover didn't even happen, and the Post got the ball right back where they started. And again, a good hot start here for the Cowboys.
No, Wyoming was on the wrong end of a lopsided.
Back, get the ball in the end zone.
John Hoyland kicks off for a 2nd time, and as they usually do, through the back of the end zone for a touchback. A lot of kickers that would benefit from offense for the Vikings in that 81-7 week 1 loss. Sastre flips it over the middle. This time it's complete, and the catch made out across the 40. That's Quincy Craig, the redshirt fresh. Cowboys bring 4. Sastre tucks, and down he goes. Swarmed under in the backfield, and Cole Goodbow got there for the Wyoming. Dante Sastre. Quincy Craig in motion. It's a fake. Sastre keeps it, and he's buried after a short run. Well, Wyoming was all over that. Gavin Meyer, the
defense.
George Triplett was busy last week in Eugene. 9 punts. This one nowhere near Caleb Cooley. And out of bounds. We'll see where the officials mark it. Under center, Jamari Farrell ran in the game's first touchdown from 1 yard out. Run play here for Farrell. Nope, it's a play action. And Trayton Welch, first team All Mountain West at tight end a season ago, as a catch to Buffalo, Minnesota. Inside handoff, DQ James. Maybe 1 yard.
Good pursuit here by the Portland State defense.
Went on to play for the FCS National Championship. This is 3rd down. Peasley over the middle. Got a man wide open. Touchdown, Wyoming. Ayer Asante.
Well, Unbelievable poise in the pocket. Great protection by the offensive line. They wanted to bring pressure. They left the
4 yards and a Wyoming touchdown. It's 14-0.
Yeah, and I can't imagine Coach Bull couldn't have thought a better way other than that first series turnover.
So an early 14-0 lead for Wyoming. A drastic change from a scoreboard that read 17-0 the other guy.
Thanks, Chris. Offensive coordinator Tim Polisek talked about the importance of a fast start yesterday. He said calling a game is interesting. When we get the flow of the game, we become competitive. Last week was kind of hard to establish that momentum or rhythm, but we have to become a better first half team and or second half team, but it seems as though we're
10 after the incompletion. Darian Chase, the former Nebraska Cornhusker, couldn't hold on to that last pass. This is Christian Grubb, a transfer from UCLA, and he's punished out of bounds after a 4-yard run. Empty possession so far for the Vikings. They need 6 yards for a new set of downs here. Quincy Craig has the first down catch as he motors up the sideline, and he's escorted out of bounds at the 40.
Yeah, the Pokes brought a little pressure here.
Performances to close out 2022. Inside handoff, and not much doing against the inside of Wyoming's defense. Quincy Craig again. Oh, we've only seen him try to take off and run once. He will try and run here, gets tripped up and tossed down after maybe a 1-yard run, and it will set up Portland State with another third down. A wide 2-by-2 set, first down line right at the 50. Pocket collapses, Sachere throws, and he's on target. A first down catch inside the 45, and it's the former San Jose State first downs. Portland State will get one more play, and it's Van Buren with a cut. And that's how the opening quarter comes to a close. Vikings in Wyoming territory for the first time this afternoon. They've got work to do in Laramie.
That is the
Pokes have a 2-touchdown lead after 15 minutes. One quarter of football this afternoon. The Pokes lead 14-0. Quincy Craig slips out of a couple of tackles and runs past the first down line. A tough 6-yard carry for the redshirt freshman.
Absolutely.
At their own 25, now they've got it at the Wyoming 30. There's Quincy Craig again, and a 4-yard run on first down. State turned it over on their first possession. They punted on their second. This is their third. Craig stretches to the outside, and he's wrapped up just shy of the first down.
Boy, that's a big-time tackle by Easton.
Field tackle, as you mentioned, to set up Portland State with third and short. Dante Sachere with a push and a first down to the 19.
Yeah, shades of the
to go. Bruce Barnum shared with us the diet that helped build him into the size he is today, and he's tripped up behind the line of scrimmage. Wyatt Eckler, who had a pick in the first quarter, now has a tackle for loss in the second.
Brisket.
Second down long. Here's Mallory, and a nice carry inside the 15 to set up third down and 4. Mallory again, the feature back. Out of the pistol, it's Mallory barreling forward, and only a yard against the inside. Dante Sachere. Wyoming brings 4. Sachere throws, and it's caught inside the 5, and all the way down to the 1 goes McLean Griffin. Power formation. They will try and push in Sachere. And he's going nowhere. Wyoming won that battle. No gain. Second and goal from the 1. High snap. Van Buren sidesteps. Behind the line of scrimmage, a 1-yard loss. And Van Buren lined up as the featured back again. Nate Bennett in motion. Sachere keeps, races out to the edge, and waltzes into the end zone for 6.
Great play call. Obviously, QB run off the field for a long time to get some rest and make this thing back to a 1-possession game.
No easy task against Wyoming's defense. 18 plays, 75 yards. Sachere caps
to get a break on the sideline and get some wind back. And another thing is a hot offense on Wyoming sideline. They're not right back out there staying hot. They had to sit down and cool off for a little bit. So
that was a I formation for the Cowboys. And DQ James runs into a wall. Parker McKenna, the team's leading tackler a couple years ago, as a true fresh. Second down and 10. Paisley gives it to James. This time out to the perimeter. And he's wrapped up by Zach Wustig, a freshman from Jefferson, Oregon. I'm Clayton Stewart, a 60-year senior. A wobbler, and it takes a friendly Viking bounce. Sacheret now 5 of 9 through the air. Inside handoff. And a nice run for Quincy Craig. Close to 6 yards to set up. They get a little bit closer, but don't reach the line to gain. Sacheret dumps it off. Van Buren, the former Boise State Bronco, lost the football. Picked up by Wyoming. Tyrekus Davis scoops up the fumble and brings it back into Portland State territory. Low snap to Paisley. Here's DQ James dancing around the edge. And a nice burst inside the 45. Lancaster, Texas. Sam Scott, his first carry since the fumble. First down and more inside the 30. The former linebacker from Omaha moves the sticks for Wyoming's offense. A running back during prep for the Arizona Bowl, and now he's at the top of the depth chart. Paisley wings it to the end zone. Wyatt Whelan's wide open for a Wyoming touchdown.
Complimentary football at its finest. You get a big turnover offense.
Line drive kick from Hoyland, and Christian Grubb fortunate that he stepped. Forced a couple of turnovers here. Dante Sacheret and the Viking offense back to work. That's bobbled. Darian Chase able to hold on to it. Sacheret now 7 for 11 throwing the football. On target here, Jermaine Braddock past the 40 and pushed out of bounds. Will be dialed up by A.C. Patterson in the offense. First completion to Nate Bennett, and Bennett wrapped up and taken down 3 yards shy of the first down. Third down and short. Quincy Craig gets the call. First down and more as he takes it past the 50. 2 left to play first half. First down, a long way to go. Designed run, and Sacheret wrapped up for no gain. Great defense has done a nice job this first half containing the quarterback run. Sacheret throws back across midfield. Darian Chase with his second catch. The timeouts. Here comes the pressure. Swarmed under, and down he goes. Siders and Goodbow got there for the Wyoming defense.
Great stop here for the defense, giving their offense another chance.
George Triplett, much better punt this time. Dropped inside the 5, and Wyoming fortunate to fall back on top.
Game first, see what happens here.
Inside handoff, Sam Scott past the 10.
Let's see if that
driven down by Roman Kafensis.
Let's see.
And they started this drive 96 yards shy of the goal line. There's Scott again. Bounces to the outside, a first down and then some as he twirls to the 19.
Again, it's hard to run.
Scott again, the feature back. They'll get the call. To the outside, Sam Scott past the 35. Another big run for the former linebacker. Just the second incompletion from the 6th-year senior quarterback this first half. Paisley slings it again. It's intercepted. Isaiah Avery recovered a fumble earlier, and now he's got an interception for the Portland State defense.
Oh, I think
defense this first half. Dante Sacheret flips it out to the flat. Nate Bennett the catch with a downfield block and a head of steam. He's pushed out of bounds at the 33. And a 12-yard catch and run moves the sticks for Portland State. Empty set, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 10. Sacheret tucks it. He'll take off. Angling towards the sideline and wisely scampers out at the 20. Park, California. His first attempt of the afternoon. Plenty of leg. And right down the boulevard. So after the Paisley interception, Portland State inches a little bit closer. It's 21-10.
For the top 4, the final 4 in college football.
The last year that the college football playoff will be just 4 teams. It expands next year. 16 seconds left. You expect DQ James, the feature back. They'll get the call. A run of 2 will take us to halftime. Now, Wyoming led 14-0 and 21-7. Portland State closes the gap to 11 points after 2 quarters of football this afternoon in Laramie.
Yeah, and if you look at this right now, I mean, if you're a Portland State sideline, you're thinking, okay, we're in a
interception and a field goal. They've got a chance to keep the momentum on their side. They'll get the football first to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and you hear coaches always talk about winning the middle 8, and I those possessions.
Mallory again, gonna push forward enough for first down yardage.
Came back with
time. Didn't feel like they had much of a chance in that game. Much different story at the start of the 3rd quarter this week in Laramie. Empty set. Sachere wings it. Nice catch from Craig. Nice move from Quincy Craig. And he's got a first down.
Wow, I've been really impressed with Craig. He's done a great
on the opening possession of the 3rd quarter here in Laramie. Portland State on the move. First possession of the 3rd quarter. And a run of 4 yards on first down. Christian Grubb. And the back plays. The starting offensive lineman up front for Portland State takes a spill. That's Pedro Timoteo, another former Mountain West player from Fresno State.
Yeah, absolutely. And
now George Triplett summoned to punt for a 3rd time this afternoon and sends it through the end zone for a touchback. Wyoming's second. Sam Scott, the feature back, as they bring Sargent in motion. And Portland State does a nice job to get to the ball carrier behind the line of scrimmage. In 13 for Wyoming. Cowboys' first possession of the 2nd half. Peasley off balance, middle, and the catch made right across the 30. It's Jalen Sargent's first catch of the day. Yard completion extends the possession. New set of downs. Wheeland out of the backfield had a touchdown catch in the 1st half and has a run of a dozen, and a new set of downs for Wyoming here.
Little momentum here now
with this Wyoming program. There's the pitch, and DQ James able to muscle his way back towards the line of scrimmage and all the way out towards midfield. It looked like he would be tackled for a loss.
Offense coordinator, play caller getting 6 yards on every run play.
Beasley throws, and there's Gillenborg. The big game-tying touchdown in the 2nd overtime last week. That's his first catch of the afternoon. Wyoming, they like their tight end room with Gillenborg and the first-team all-conference Trayton Welch. There's another tight end with a catch just shy of the 30. Peasley on target once more, and back-to-back catches for John Michael Moore from Leawood, Kansas. And a new set of downs at the Portland State 31. Farrell spins his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Sam Scott checks back into the game. He's the feature back on 2nd and 11. And he's taken down for a loss. It's Parker McKenna again. He's made some big plays for the season. All-American, 46 career-made field goals in his Wyoming career. This would be a new career long. He was good from 56 last week against Texas Tech. End over end. He's got it.
Man, I said it, I'll say it again. He's just a weapon. And this was a walk-on that came in on the scene as a freshman. Again, but still, regardless, 3 more points on the board for the Wyoming Cowboys.
Vikings do keep it at a 2-possession game. And Wyoming bottles up the Quincy Craig carry to start the series.
Right now, it's getting to the point where they need touchdowns. They can't get any more field goals.
There's Quincy Craig once more. Very tough to bring down. And winds up getting 2 yards. It'll set up 3rd down. Former Princeton Tiger handles the punting duties for Portland State. Caleb Cooley signaling, did not signal fair catch, and winds up moving backwards after receiving the punt near the 35-yard line. Cowboys start at the 33-yard line. A run play for Paisley. Nice spin move. And down he goes at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Paisley, delayed handoff. This is Jamari Farrell with the crease. Farrell up to midfield. A 17-yard run for the junior college transfer, Jamari Farrell. Second down 2. There's Paisley out to the edge, down the sideline, and out of bounds near the 20. With a flag down back near the original line of scrimmage. Pokes this afternoon at 3:20 against Texas Tech. There's Paisley on the option run inside the 15. And tackled 4 yards shy of the first down. Out of those 17 jerseys in the crowd this afternoon. Third down and 4. Paisley wings it over the middle. Asante dives for the goal line. Touchdown, Wyoming.
Great job of finding a hole in the zone. Paisley finds them, and then he just goes and does the rest.
And a couple scores in the brown and gold today. Wyoming goes up 21.
And again, that's a big time answer there. We talked about it as that Paisley on this afternoon, possibly.
Think so.
Get some Svoboda out here to get him some reps, but we'll see.
It is a very tough, thin striking distance. Sachere wings it to the sideline, and Jermaine Braddock makes the catch. Team high 4th catch for Braddock, who had 70 receptions across 4 seasons at San Jose State. Pocket collapses. Sachere takes off, and a nice run across the 40.
Apparently his ears were burning. He heard what we were saying, and he's able to go make a play so far in this second half.
This will take us down to the end of the 3rd quarter. Caleb Cooley on the return, able to stay upright, but not for long. Wyoming eyeing a 2-0 start to the 2023 season. Texas Tech has taken over at quarterback for Wyoming. And a handoff to DQ James. Will get 3 yards on first down.
Yeah, really.
Second down, long way to go after the penalty. It's the second against Wyoming this afternoon. And Devin Body Jr., who plays primarily wide receiver, is taken down for another loss. It's Peyton Wing, freshman from Sumner. Those back feet, and make sure you don't step out of bounds. Quincy Craig will let it bounce, and he won't touch it. It'll roll down to the 46.
And how 2 years ago he was a backup and really practicing like one. Fundamentally, he said he wasn't good enough at certain things. Surprising enough, tackling being one of those. About a year.
Gibbs in tackles last season and led Wyoming with 12 tackles in that week 1 win here over Texas Tech. Dante Sachere doesn't have anything available downfield, and he's taken down a yard behind the line of scrimmage. That's Jordan Bertinoli, the State 6 out of 14 on 3rd down. Sachere coming to the far side of the field, on the wide side of the field, and Nate Bennett makes the catch. Second down along 10. Sachere throws again. There's Jermaine Braddock. Got a step on Rook Brown. Outscored 10-0 since the break. There's Sachere on a quarterback run, and he is driven down after a 1-yard run. Easton Gibbs and others there for the Wyoming defense.
About the comparisons, and it was fun listening to him talk about how comparable those two are.
Another completion on target to Jermaine Braddock. 8.5 minutes left to play in Laramie. A designed run for Sachere. First down inside the 15. Tripped up by Easton Gibbs. All the way down at the 12. Another empty set for the junior quarterback. Quincy Craig's in motion. Sachere on a designed run, and he only gets a few down to the 10. Started back at the 46. Sachere flips it middle. Touchdown, Portland State. McLean Griffin hauls in his first score of 2023. At Boise State, back in Mountain West country, and Portland State trims the deficit to 2 touchdowns. 7-0
to this, but at the same time, you got to do what you got to do. But here we go, onside kick, one of the most exciting plays to watch in football.
Well, Gianni Smith will onside it, pops up into the air. Trayton Welch takes a hit and holds on for Wyoming. And so the hands team does a nice job for the Cowboys. They will in the ultra competitive Big Sky. Big Sky usually the best or second best conference in the football championship subdivision, along with the Missouri Valley Football Conference. I know you coached in the favorite on the road at Nevada today. I'll tell you how good that conference is. Idaho's not even the projected best team in the Big Sky this year. Second down run for Sam Scott. And he's taken down after a 2-yard gain. DQ James with a crease and a first down run. They get 6. And that'll take against New Mexico. So Portland State, 2 timeouts left. DQ James ripped down at the line of scrimmage. Might have lost a yard there. We have yet to see Evan Svoboda drop back to throw. It shouldn't come as much of a surprise as Wyoming's focused on the clock here. Here's Sam Scott, and he's wrapped up and brought down immediately by Parker McKenna. Been a good afternoon for McKenna on Hoyland range. Svoboda hands off. DQ James taken down for a loss. Some of the
Portland State's bringing pressure again.
Clayton Stewart gets it away. And Quincy Craig will watch it sail over its head. It'll check up and roll out at the 9.
Great punt.
Inside of 3 minutes here in Laramie. Sashere over the middle. Catch made by Nate Bennett. Out across the 35. It's a catch and run of 17 yards. Bennett was the team leader at 47 catches in 2022. A run play for Sashere, and that's what most of them have looked like this afternoon. Cole Goodbow with another. Sashere dumps it off to the tailback, and Craig realizes the time situation. He skips out of bounds after a short gain. First down line at the 47. Sashere, quick flip. It's Craig again with a couple of spin moves. And he's ankle tacked.
Little ball of dynamite, you know what I mean? Runs hard, does everything right.
Sashere wide side of the field, and it's dropped. Darian Chase took his eyes off the football, and Tyreek
started his career, you know, we got to keep track of all that stuff, right?
There's Quincy Craig again. And out of bounds at the 45. Stops the clock with 1:20 this afternoon. 5 wide.
Double pass.
Double pass. Braddock downfield. Catch made by Griffin. Inside the 10. 8. Empty set, 5 wide. Sashere dumps it off over the middle. Caught by Braddock in a short gain. No timeouts left for Portland State. This will be 3rd and goal from the 10. Victory formation for the Wyoming Cowboys. The Pokes will head to Austin, Texas, 2-0 with a 31-17 Week 2 triumph at home over Portland State.
Yeah, obviously, probably a little bit more defensive snaps they wanted to play there down the stretch, but at the same time, great win for the Cowboys. Always good to go 2-0. Always good to get a win on Saturdays, and excited for that matchup next week in Austin.
Wyoming led from wire to wire. They took